Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. Little gets the blood boiling, right like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The handoff. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Martin back to pass. He's going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The shoot, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
3rd and long coming up. Keeps it himself. Keeps it himself. Now the pitch. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Great job by the defense that time. One of the best things you can do against a team trying to run option is get penetration. Because when you get penetration on the quarterback, you disrupt the relationship between him and the pitch guy. And you saw it happen that time. The pitch guy ends up getting it, but everything's discombobulated. He's way behind the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go, and it's a big negative play.
And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Single back formation, and they give it to it.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quick give. It's French. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the middle. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33.
South Carolina, 0.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. At the 35, he's got room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
Just a simple play, get the speedster on the edge, get the edge, block it up really well, and then let the running back do the rest. But I do like the finish from the defense. Listen, you gave up a big play, at least hit him as he goes out of bounds. Take a chunk out of him, make the game physical, make him pay for that run he just gave to you.
Rolls right. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The give. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Trying to get the corner. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a fourth and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
Sends it back in motion. Sees a crease. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it, and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my third down calls are even different. But 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
The Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Gets the back moving. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Keeps it, looking for room. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A handoff for Watson. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, Now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Looking for the edge. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Now on the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 24, set to kick off.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Powers through the defender. Still on his feet at the 40. There he goes. He's at the 20. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNC!
Number 23 in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One. Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Tar Heels will kick off first, and here we go. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to pass, it's Duckworth. Left side, it's Sellers. Running free. At the 20. 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He got a step and just dusted the field.
If you want to make a statement in a football game, that's how you do it. On your first offensive snap, you go 75 yards and score a touchdown. They have shown up. They are ready to go. Everybody, I think, in shock in the stadium right now.
North Carolina, 0. Number 24, set to kick this one away.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wasting no time taking a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, gonna throw it. Got his man all by himself. Oh, look out on the right. Inside the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Number 82, with the catch and score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Number 92, set to advance on the football.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped.
Carolina Gamecocks will take over 1st and 10.
And what is this? They're setting up to punt on 1st down. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This could be a real turning point in the game. Hits the crease. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
North Carolina, number 15, with the grab and the score.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on the extra point.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
14, South Carolina, 7. Number 92, set to kick it away.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Looking for a man. It's Duckworth. Gets rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
The kick is on its way. All the way back to the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
The give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And he knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Motion from the back. On 3rd down, here's Watson. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Turns upfield. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls it. Keeps it on the option. The pitch. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Churns into the pile. Past the 30. Breaks into the open. He's brought down to 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Quarterback changing the play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Keeps it himself. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. There's some room. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Gamecocks are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run with Watson. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Sends it back in motion. Here's a give to Watson. And he's in! Touchdown, South Carolina!
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle.
Number 24, set to kick off.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to establish the run. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll ride the hot hand. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Keeps it on the ground. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Back's got it on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The Tar Heels are rolling down the field. To the back. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Handoff again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Martin will throw it. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Looking for room. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Hands it off. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Trying to get the corner. He'll pitch it. There he goes. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
On the option. Shakes off the defender. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Uh-oh, look out. Pass to 6. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Gets the back moving. This is a designed run. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking for the edge. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll send the back in motion. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20.
Here we go. Ready. Flag 15. Spider under. Ready, go.
Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one is perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Now they'll run it to the right here. Can't get him to the ground.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Martin back to pass. They get to him as he throws. Couldn't set his feet.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. North Carolina will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Punt is on its way. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Motion from the back. Pulls it. Looking for an alley. Now the toss. Got enough for the first down. Off to the races to the right. And he's brought down, and he just about took it all the way. How about the timing on the pitch from this quarterback on the option? And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Keeps it himself. Now the toss. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Duckworth. Back's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And it's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
And the extra point was good.
24, North Carolina, 14.
Bringing it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Lets it fly. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the Washington Huskies. And it's the home squad, engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. He's going to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Martin will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Trying to get the corner. Misses badly on that one. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Wants to throw one first. Out wide right, it's Hood. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Back to pass on second down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. On the option. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Spins away from the defender. At the 20, he's got space. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Great job by the back on the option. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. But I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
On play action. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And I don't know as a defense on 3rd down how you let that guy be wide open. You can let the tight end be wide open. Maybe a running back leaks out. You're not letting one of the best wide receivers in all of college football be that scot-free. That was just way too easy for the offense.
On the move. Sees an alley. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking for the edge. Quick toss. Breaks the tackle. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down, and of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And you have to try to apply heat to the quarterback, but you have to know when it's too much. The roughing the passer penalty gives him a 1st down. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pulls it. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Rush right in his face. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And the Gamecocks take over 1st and 10.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Keeps it himself. Doing it himself again.
Down pass to the back is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The play fake. On the run, fires downfield. Hits the open man. He's loose on the run. Past the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the stomping has commenced. His 3rd touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Drops back on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
14.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it for a big play. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Fresh center downs going to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Motion from the wide receiver. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. On target to the left. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
They'll need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Wants to keep it in the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Right down the middle. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Trying to get started. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32.
Will take over 1st and 10.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Going for the big play. They tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep one.
Hand it to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
To the air, it's Duckworth. Right side, it's Watson. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
South Carolina. North Carolina, 14.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Second down to the air. This one's complete. At the 35, he's open. He's loose on the left. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
North Carolina, number 11, with the catch and score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass.
North Carolina, 21. Number 92, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Second down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Gets the back moving. They want to run this quarterback. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Pulls it and runs it again. And that is how we will wrap this one up. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.